right? This app is just nothing but problems. It really is. Now it won't. Think we're still here. All right. Okay. So destinations. It locks you out of some of the destinations you've been going to forever. This is wrong. YouTube. Why am I not being able to connect to some of these things? All right, so now I guess we're spinning to both of these things. It would let me in. Do I even have sound? I mean, it says I'm having sound now. Now I got to check it every place because let's close this. Let's shrink this down. Let's close that. All right, so I got to tell you, man, a lot of headaches, a lot of freaking headaches. I think we're good everywhere. So I popped in. There's a 30-second video of me trying to get in here. Now I'm checking to see if we're streaming every place. It looks like we are. Okay. Should I take their word for it? Can I even hear anything? I think okay, so that's one. Quite a day. Oh, why is my nose fogging up? All right. All right, so it looks like we're good both places. Yeah, I don't really, I mean, it is what it is, man, but at this point, excuse me. So, yeah, 10 minutes late. Not because any fault of our own, though. So it's 6 p.m. Thanks for joining me. It has been quite a few days, right? So what we're doing here is, excuse me, we're checking some stuff before we super get into it. Make sure we are where we need to be. I gotta tell you, man, it is what it is. Paste this here, put this here. Okay, and we go back to this. Perfect. All right, so do I even want to? I'll guess I'll erase the other one later. It's only a minute and a half, right? It's like a minute and 15 seconds. Because again, it was telling me that I had volume. No, I'm sorry. Yesterday it told me I had volume and I didn't have it for an hour. Now it was telling me now I had volume, but it also wouldn't let me connect to my Twitch account. And I was like, all right. So then when I went to listen to stuff, there was no volume. The volume meter wasn't metering, I guess. And that is what it is, man. All right. So we are a small, dutiful, collected little unit here. Let's put this here. Trying to do this thing daily. Tomorrow is Friday. AM session. Let's hope it goes well tomorrow because Jesus Christ, man, this whole week has been an uncool week. And stuff. How about that for a new title? We'll come up with a better wording of it. Another. My typing is really is it really is the worst. All right. It doesn't have the city I live in anymore. It's really funny that it did that. But okay. Tomorrow, 7 a.m., guys. We're just gonna put this up here. Hopefully, random passers-by find it interesting and will put us on this sheshwal, as swanky kids say. All right, so what is this? Nothing that I care to see. It's here. All right. We're all done. We're good. What a week it's been. And it's not even over. It's Thursday, July 22nd. What a summer it's been. And it's not even over. Again, Thursday, July 22nd. So the magic of this is I'm going to hit this with a little sugar. Oops. And an ice cube. And then I'm going to have a half cup of iced coffee. That should take me through this thing. Man, I had to come home and take a nap. I think I was out for like 2 hours. And now I feel sort of refreshed. And then this whole thing happened. And it's a nice day. It's not, all this month has been like 90 degrees plus. What's the weather outside?
It's currently partly cloudy and 81 degrees.
81 degrees. Pretty good. Drove around all day with the windows down, the music loud, the sunroof open. Just as God intended. All right, I'm going to get some ice and a little sugar. I'll be back in about 40 seconds. I don't think I overdid it with the ice, but it's still a little bit ridiculous. Look at this. Let's get you tilted down just a tad so you can see this ridiculousness. All right. Giant freaking ice cube sitting there. Like, I can't even stare it now. It'll work out. Oh. That ought to do it, right? Just a little headroom. Ooh-wee. All right. So we're trying to be positive. We're trying to learn something new. But every day, the cosmos, who we thought was our ally, just keeps throwing stuff at us. We're hoping that he just calms down with the nonsense and let us coast, right? I mean, we have problems all this week with this app. So much so that I'm really liking to stream every day and learn this thing on stream. But I think I may have to readjust my planning of it. My first big music moment was Undid. Did that just break in half? It did. Oh no, it melted. All right, well, that's cool. Now remember, oh, that's good. Do not tell the Starbucks people how we do this stuff because they will lose their shit. All of a sudden, no one's paying $40 for coffee. All right, so we're kind of washed out. We got a lot of light kicking in from the window, which is fine. Let's go. Close that one, and do we really want to close that all the way? I kind of like looking at the blue sky. Hey, let it be. How you doing? Oh my goodness, I need to check the chat more. It's good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you are well. We've been having some issues this week with but that's all right. We're not going to concentrate on that. Like I said, I had my first big moment on stream yesterday, but it was all to a muted mic. No, it wasn't a muted mic. It was a muted app. So yeah, but we're gonna hop back in just to play it one more time to see if I can get it. And then I think we're gonna actually start learning something popular. I don't know what it is. I was thinking Blackbird. I really like that song. Or I was thinking Here Comes the Sun. I really like that song. But yeah, stretch our legs on stuff that most people know. Y'all want to talk a little bit about politics? I can actually spike this with this. Don't tell anybody that I'm spiking my coffee. Let's really spike it. You don't like it, you can throw it out. So this is what, oh my God, it's so nice. There's this summer breeze. It's just about, it's got to be about 12 miles an hour. And it's just the nicest thing. This is why, look, I appreciate air conditioning, but I've said it before. If we didn't have air conditioning, we'd have a lot less people on the planet. And I mean, no disrespect, but we all get to be young. We survived it. Not all of us. Those of us here talking now survived it. Survived bad decisions in our teenagers, our 20s, right? In our 30s, in our 40s, in our 50s, in our 60s, in our 70s. Those who got there, right? But the other stuff is like nature, and heat is one of those things, right? And if you can, and I think we conquered heat as long as we have power. But man, yeah, I think a lot of people, especially look at Arizona. People wouldn't be living in Arizona if there was no air conditioning. Actually, that's not true. Only the hardiest people would be living there. I wouldn't be living there. I hear some of those freaking summers are like 112 degrees. That's crazy. That's crazy. And other places, I think you can survive the cold more than you can survive the winter, right? Because people live in like Minneapolis and they have ridiculous winters. But I don't know how many people. Well, heat is a thing too, right? I don't know. Yeah. So, oh man, it is so nice. The wind is like I have these things attached to. I don't know if you can see them. All right. Anyway, well, you don't need to see it. I have these. Essentially they're balloon strings that kiss. Tied to my blinds so I can see. Like I like to see the direction of the wind. They used to have them on sails. Just little strings. So when the giant sails blew, you could like there was strips like shoelaces, but like thicker, like ribbons, about that this wide, right? About that long, maybe a foot long or whatever, not a foot long, 3 feet long, whatever. And you can see when the wind catches them, which way the wind is blowing, which way the wind is tacking, as they say. So yeah, this is. I mean, I get to see if the wind is blowing, how hard it's blowing, all that good stuff. I mean, it's just awesome. Uh, my nose is not being cooperative. I gotta tell you, this may need one more ice cube. Ice coffee is an awesome thing. Woo. It's one of the few days I can have like the air conditioning off and all the rooms, like all the windows in this place open. And it's nice. I still have that fan on. I don't really need it though. All right. Of course, I'm having temperature drainage with my nose because of the 1 minute hot coffee, 2nd minute iced coffee. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I know, like, normally I run out and I give it a good, but, and I also just don't think you all need to hear me go, y'all don't need that. So we just have a little decorum up in this piece, yo. And here we go. So I hope everybody's good. I hope Lady B's good in the chat. I hope you're getting some of this if you're in this region of the country or anywhere near a nice warm 82-degree breezy day in your summer. I hope you can get some of that. I know a lot of us are just getting out of work, just getting home to the fam. Those are the things that you do now, right? Cooking and checking with the kids, see how their day was, checking with your spouse, seeing how his or her day was, loving up the dog, letting them know you missed them, right? Getting to your familiar, like, lounge around the house clothes, like check some of the fun stuff you like to check, not the stuff you have to check, emails and boss messages and stuff like that, but like, my team, my soccer team, or my football team, or my whatever. Yeah, good stuff. Now's the time that you do it. You catch up on stuff that you might want to see. Woo-hoo. It is just a nicely breezy day. We're gonna raise this window a little high and let it all in. Yeah, breezy. I can show you how breezy it is with the. Look at that. I mean, look at that. It's movement. It doesn't stay cohesive very long. We're gonna let Mother Nature do this one. Woo. It's good stuff. So yeah, all the weird stuff that I like watching smoke shift through the air, right? In a still room or like in a breezy room, watching blinds hit the curtains, like very light blinds. Like they used to be floor to ceiling blinds. They look really nice, but they're really hard to keep. Cats, you can't have them if you have cats. They'll attack them. Your dog will likely just stain them. All this beautiful stuff that looks good on TV, super uncool to have in real life. The only thing in that scenario you want is a giant window, right? Yeah, we're getting a lot of breeze blowing into the house, which is nice because normally that is not the case. Which tells me, do I have that other window open? I do have the other window open. Whew. It is a good day to be alive. I was watching some lady from England talk about the weather and how they like to complain about the weather. Gotta tell you guys, I'm a fan of bands from England. I'm not really a fan of the place. I don't like their governmental system, right? I know everyone tells us they're our closest ally, but I'm like, why? We fought 2 wars with them. Why are they our closest ally of all people? They still don't have a democracy. They did what the Chinese did, right? The Chinese still a communist party, but they just turned on their democracy switch because they were losing out. And then they decided to take pennies on a dollar from the world to build themselves up, which I think they stopped doing in the last decade or so. And now they're emboldened and arrogant. The British sort of did the same thing. The British, not a democracy, monarchy. Why are we friends with monarchs? Them, the Saudis, and who else? I think there are 3 kings in Europe, right? There's a king of not Norway. Is it Norway? His name is not Ferdinand. It's not Fred. There's like 4 kings. There are no more. There's Grace Kelly married that guy. He was a king. Prince Ren. Anyway, but the last few people who have this sort of setups are like like the Ayatollah is essentially a king. He's a religious king, right? He's like the Pope for Muslims in that country. Uh, there's another thing. The Pope, he lives in a giant city unto himself. Why is he right? Is that a democracy? I don't know if that's a democracy. If that's a theocracy, if that's anything. But here's the thing: the Vatican is a theocracy run by the Pope. The rest of Italy, rest of Rome, it's in Rome, but back when Rome was something, back when the Romans were kicking the ass of the British before the British started kicking the ass of everybody, before we came along and started kicking the ass of everybody, right? It's really is an interesting look to see the way things go. I mean, the British are the heirs of the Roman ideology, right? Even as they fought, even before British was a place, Rome was on the decline, and British were just like the American Indians; they were just tribes. We all know this, right? They were all just tribes. Like you had the Picts and the Welsh, and you know, then they all got together, and you know, warring factions on warring factions. Uh, I don't think they ever took on the Vikings, though. Did they ever take on the Vikings? I don't know. It looks like the wind has calmed down. It's pretty good shit. History. I said history. I didn't ask for you. Ha ha ha. All right. So what are we gonna do today? We are gonna drink a little more coffee, iced coffee. Ugh, that is how we do that, baby. We transition nicely from hot coffee to keep awoke. Once your hot coffee gets cool, hit that with another spoon of sugar if you do sugar, and an ice cube. Especially if it's warm. If it's warm, the ice cube is gonna melt. Obviously, you know that. But it give you a little more liquid for the coffee. And then once it's warm, you hit it with another ice cube, and it goes from warm to room temperature, then from room temperature to cold. And then you are off to the races, my homie. Ah, my ear. I feel like I'm underwater. Yeah, so this has been making. I know I care about this project because it's been making me crazy. Um, I'm gonna put this near this. Should I even put this back on here? No, but then I no. You know what? Let's leave it here on top of. Oh, I was so prepared. I was so prepared. I had food prepared, so I got a snack. Came home. I know I was gonna be tuckered. Took like a 40-minute lie down. Not as young as I used to be, kids. Took a 40-minute lie down. Uh, got up, was ready to do this thing. Launched the first one. It had no sound. I was like, God dang it. Uh, launched the second one. It wasn't streaming to two sources. I'm like, oh boy. Uh, killed that one immediately. There's a minute and 15-second video up here. This one has two names, so maybe we should go into the other one and delete it. 24 minutes, a minute 38. So I guess we're gonna delete this one. You know what? I don't even know what to say about it. Before I delete it, what I'll do is I end this one. I'll go into that one, change the name of that stream just to make sure, and then I'll delete it. Oh, actually, I can't go into there now because I'm in this stream. I was gonna go in there and name it Oopsie or something ridiculous. So we are on a 1,000-day journey, year and a half minimum, right? We're 35 days in. This is a PM session. We will soon be getting to the point where we only do about an hour of these, right? Because we changed the rules of how long we stream last week, and this week, right? And instead of streaming for 5 hours and 3 hours like we were doing, we're going to stream for an hour and a half minimum. you know, 2 hours is a nice mix. So that's where we're at. So from the weekends, we go as long as we want. 7 a.m. to whatever, as long as we want. And usually it's till about 10, right? And 6 p.m. at night, likely we'll go to whenever we want. But when it was at 4, we would go into about 8. So that was like 4 hours. So people could like watch us while they cook dinner or whatever. But now we're like, we'll go at 6. People can cook dinner, hang out, and then we'll end at like 8. When the Simpsons come on. But we haven't been doing that. So we'll likely end at 9. I don't watch the Simpsons. It's been a while since I watched any of that stuff. The last thing I liked was Rick and Morty. And don't get me wrong, I'm not throwing shade at the Simpsons. I think the Simpsons is still good. It's just that if you have the most beautiful and interesting let's call it spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, as you live in the most interesting and beautiful house in the nicest and coolest neighborhood, and you have the best job, I don't know how long, but eventually you'll get sick of all that shit. It's too much. It's not. It's the sameness. And don't get me wrong. I think The Simpsons is quality. I think Rick and Morty is quality. But it's the sameness that begins to get you, and you want something else. If you listen to the most beautiful arias every day, you'd be like, oh, yeah, but it's been like 8 years. In the case of The Simpsons, it's been like 35 years. You know what I mean? So you'll want something different. You'll walk down the street and see some kid banging on a tin can, and your friends be like, oh, and you'll be like, yeah, but look at his enthusiasm. You will find something different about it. And that's where I'm at with a lot of American television, American behavior, American allies. Come on, seriously. Come on. They killed romance between men and women. Not romance, but they killed marriage between men and women. You're always going to have romance between men and women. It's a primal thing. Like you're always going to have hunger, right? But the idea that no one trusts each other to spend the rest of their lives together anymore. I mean, they fucked this country up. Not just the judiciary's bad and perpetual war and a bad economy. They did this by fomenting animus between the citizenry. And now, I mean, it's not just against blacks versus whites versus this versus that. It's also men versus women, right? These little within your own complex. I'm not talking about white women versus black men versus black women versus Indian women versus. No, I'm just talking about in your group. And you know your group best. I'm part of the black group, right? My mated pair, black women. Your mated pair, your whoever. There's a lot of animus there. I see it in most all groups that are uniquely and traditionally American, and I don't see it in other groups who live here but don't do the Americanism thing, quite frankly. And those are, in my mind, at least 5 groups who don't have this, but they don't really fuck with, I guess. I don't know. What would you call it? Pop culture? I mean, we are a pop culture riding country. Maybe it'll come back in 25 years. But now it's just kind of like everybody is pointing their finger at everybody else. If this was a bar, everybody's just kind of like, who's going to pull out the gun first? I can feel all the tension. Why? Wow. It's a bar with no doors, by the way. You can't leave. Well, you can leave. I guess it's a bar with a door to an airport. Once you leave, you're out of the country. But if you're here, this is the way the animus is played. Yeah, people know the whole thing is silly, and you can see it with that Miami building collapse. The idea that no one got arrested for that is ridiculous. Right? That's not the first ridiculous thing to come out of Miami. The idea that what's his name, Acosta, the old the guy who got Jeffrey Epstein like a home confinement deal, who was a political operative. I mean, he should be sitting in jail, in my opinion. And then you should look into all this stuff. But it's so arrogant that you look into it and it's like, yep, here it is. Like the bad thing the guy did with video, and he's still a secretary of this, that, or the other thing because he raised money for these people. Then you find out that he's the bad dude and he just gets fired and he keeps all his stuff in his giant house and he goes about his business. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein was raping children. It don't make any sense unless you can only say that the whole place is corrupt. And that's exactly what you have to say, that the whole place is corrupt. What? America's corrupt? Shut, what are you talking about? Yeah, all right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I fully and completely apologize for saying that America is corrupt. But you know, I again have a weird sense of history about the place. Yeah. The justice system is not a justice system. It's just a legal system. It allows bad people to do shit and call it legal. It is 6:30. What are we doing here? We are going to pull up. Oh, do we want to charge this? No, we don't. We want to put this right where it was. We are going to pull up. Oh my God, it's so nice. We're going to pull up that song that we were playing. We can probably play it by heart, but I mean, it's simple enough that I know it now. I just don't know where it's A. It's an A for. It's like. All right. Oh, that's what that is. That's me putting my nail on the string. Okay. I did that every single time I did that. All right. All right. This C chord is killing me. I can't seem to get it. I can't get any purchase with my index on it either. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. And I feel it right here. Right here. Like, it's like, oh, it's like two cables running right through here. Like, I think this one doesn't have a C in it, but I'm going to have to get. I hope everybody's got a good weekend plan coming up. All right, so let's try it. It's this. Ugh. All right. Not bad for 30 days, thereabouts. But yeah, we've got to kick it up a notch sooner rather than later. I've got a whole list of honeydews, but I have no honey to tell me to do them. So instead, there are me-dos, I-dos. They're what would you call them? A do? They're just a do. See, honeydew is a play on the word of a fruit, right? That's why it's clever. But it does not work for everybody. Stands up straight. Then it lays down. I just want to hang out with people who want to hang out and learn shit. Right? You think that's what college would do, but no. College is a business and it just wants cash. And it will sell you a degree that you can't use for more than a house. And then it will lobby Congress to make sure you go hungry first before you don't pay that bill back. It's not like these college loans are never forgiven. These medical loans are never forgiven. Why is that? Now, like, why is student loan forgiveness a thing? Well, first of all, that doesn't affect everybody. And other people didn't get it. Are they getting their stuff back? It's such a pandering bullshit thing to do instead of fixing the problem. This is not my political pod. It is not. So let's find that thing. See, remember what I said, man. I am an average, everyday dude. You might be an above average, once in a lifetime dude, right? Or do that, ladydom. My verbiage is very. I don't even know how to phrase how I speak. I can speak very polite if I have to. Had to do that in court. Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Yes, prosecutor. No, I can speak very slang. I've done that a lot. But I just like to kind of mash words together because I think it's a holdover of Mad Magazine and Crack Magazine and reading heavy metal and trying to be witty and clever growing up in what I would call the golden age of stand-up comedians, right? Like Eddie, well, what would you call it, the golden age? Like Eddie Murphy. There was, yeah, I would call it the golden age. There was a lot more going on. It wasn't just raunchiness from like the 60s. It wasn't like Buddy Hackett and Red Fox kind of. Do we know stand-up comedy history? We probably don't. Why am I even getting into stand-up comedy? Flip Wilson. I remember watching Flip Wilson as a kid. Geraldine. Here come the judge. Remember that? This is stuff you watch when you're like 5 and you retain it for all your life. This is why I tell people, you should watch what you play in the car with these kids. You should watch what they're watching, right? You just stick them in front of TVs. Everybody's got a violent prone nature now because everything on American TV is violence and sex. Can't blame your daughter for making moves at 12. We used to call it being fast. She's fast. She needs to slow down, right? When your young daughter is a little too interested in boys, right? But if your son was a little too interested in girls, that's fine. But this is what it is, man. Wow, look at all this wind. Normally it's just a flat, hot day. I gotta stop smoking these things. Too much watching cowboy movies. People talking smoke. This is a trick. I should do a video on how to properly smoke a rolled cigarette, where God will approve of it. All right, you want it to burn evenly, so you can do this with spit or just a cap on your bottled water. You put it on the low side so the other side can catch up to it. But in these days, we used to share 40 back in the days. Like, don't put your mouth on the bottle. Nobody's doing that anymore. You live in a new environment. I can't believe porn is still a thing, quite frankly. I mean, who wants to be near anybody? But at least a sexually transmitted disease will kill you a whole lot slower than this COVID nonsense. Whew. The wind seems to have slowed. All right, so we're going to tune this guitar. We're going to find that thing that we were playing, and we're going to play it again, Sam. Of course, I got a copyright strike yesterday for that David Bowie thing we played. Even that it played on my mute channel, there was no music in it. It was just the imagery of it. These fucking people, if they can sit here and go, oh, you played this video on your YouTube channel, our algorithm says, then you can fucking find all sorts of things by your algorithm that you're ignoring. Right? They're it's like they're not widgets though, right? They're telling you that they found something that's good for everybody, but they're only using it against you, right? So it's not like they found a widget's clothes. They said, well, I can make anything I want. That's not what's going on here. This is very different. This is salesmen coming and going, this is something good for everybody. And then only using it for themselves. So what would I use this algorithm for that knows I'm playing somebody's song? I'd be catching all the pedophiles, right? I have a subdivision of it, catching all the people who beat up their wives, cheat on their husbands, people who are planning to kill their husbands for insurance money, right? Surely there's not a system, but like clues that will lead you to that, right? I don't know, man. I just, excuse me. Every time I turn around, I just see another app that I'm enslaved to because it knows if I drove too fast or if I weigh too much and everything in between, right? If I'm sitting here writing hateful things on my internet thing, you can run an app on all my social, even though you're not supposed to, but they do it anyway. You can run an app on my whole social media. Oh, his Twitter and his Facebook and his and he posts from this. Oh, I think he could be what do they call it? Not leverage. He could be recruited by ISIS or Al Qaeda or something, or he could be a domestic terrorist. So we should keep an eye on him. Can't you use these apps for that shit? I mean, instead of fucking telling me I'm playing somebody's song, and you will ban me from, they love to say our platform, because these platforms are becoming utilities, and somebody should make them so, and be arrogant about it. Here's the fucking dollar for your contribution. No. You didn't pay taxes, so stop crying about it. And if you want to talk shit, I'll put you and your lawyer in jail. I will treat you like black people in the 1850s. No one will listen to you crying because you put everybody over a barrel. And then you expose everybody. Here's the thing. I'm quite honestly, where do you think you get military people from? The sea of Americans, right? If we're all on and mind you, the way this works is we all have this trail. So I don't look at everybody, but if someone is good enough that he gets into gets into West Point, and I'm the bad guy. Oh, there's another. I'm start looking at him for his whole career. Maybe I can discern. Maybe I can get him over a barrel with some prostitutes. Maybe I can have him marry a spy. Maybe I can do any number of things. But you should know who these people are, because those people who go to West Point, they may stop going to West Point, but they were the best of our young people. Mind you, you have to be 18 to get in there, right? What were you doing at 18? These are the smartest and most fit people, right? Even the people who flunk out of West Point are better than I am at that age, right? So some of them go into spy work. You know, oh, if he went to West Point, he did his 4 years in the Marines. Most of those are career, by the way. So when he gets out, he works because he did computing or I don't know, right? So then he works at some tech firm, but he's really but they know that guy. They've been tracking him since, because fucking Facebook gave and if you're going to West Point, don't think you're going to have the same goofy history as I have, right? You're going to have stuff on your page about you being fit, you on the high school football team, you chess champions, you doing all this stuff. Just like on the other end of that, if you're a piece of shit knucklehead at 18, you've got the same bullshit text, right? That tells what you were up to. No one has text and search history that is not them. Your whole text search history is, it's not even a Rorschach test, right? It is the closest thing to having you. Where's my phone? This is the closest thing to you walking around in the world. There was a girl, she was like, "Ooh, I'm going to the bathroom, watch my bag and my phone." I was like, you know what? You should take your phone with you. It's got your whole life in it. It's got your banking history, all your friends, all your intimate text messages. It's got pictures on it. It's not, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my God, you're right." And she just would leave her phone with people, throw it in her bag. And in New York, people will have like put their bag under their table or on the back of the chair, and someone will walk by and just kind of nick your bag as you walk around. Always put your bag between your feet, right there. I mean, I've had to help women find their bags, stolen purses. I mean, people are shitty. They bad guys look to you being honest to take advantage of you. Just like bullies look to you not willing to be physical for them to take advantage of you. Big guys look to their size to little guys to take advantage of you. This is why guns are popular. Because fuck you, I don't care if you're 6'4". I'm gonna put a hole in you. You're an asshole. Yeah, so the gun culture is because people are assholes here. There's a whole history of assholes here. Why would you blame? You know what I mean? So then the weak get guns. You know, I'd rather beat your ass in the street. But after that happens, then you shoot me and you cry that it's stand your ground. People pick these fights. So if you stand your ground and pull out a gun and I stand my ground, then we shoot it out. The cops show up and have to figure out. Didn't this happen with that guy who killed that kid? The guy who pulled out a gun on him is in jail for 25 years. Right? And plus it tells you can do this, and then the penalties for it are fucking ridiculous. Not everybody deserves a life sentence for everything. You know, I want you to hate people. So it's all about hatred and revenge, the American judicial system. Right? I'm going to teach these low people a lesson, and it's always been that. But I know what kind of system you're living under. That's why we're over here playing guitar. And everywhere I go, people aren't wearing masks. New Delta variant. I'm like, all right, I don't care what y'all are doing. I'm going to be over here wearing a mask and chilling. It is to laugh. Ha 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 ha. She was the only black student. I don't care. You're not doing anything to solve any of this racial animus. You're just going, hey, look, I'm talking about black people, so I care. No. It's all so bad. We are so fucked. Yeah, I said it before and I said it again. I think someone's gonna have to come and take over this bitch. I don't know who, but I think it's gonna be somebody. And I mean, I would hope that we could do it with election, but it is what it is. I wonder if I am the only show on this for streamer that doesn't take callers. I think people take callers, right? We're supposed to be learning the guitar, but we do talk about other stuff. Oh, like politics and God. Jesus. I think if Jesus was around today, he'd like whiskey. I don't think he'd be a rapper. He wouldn't be flipping and arrogant, right? He would be a rock star. He wouldn't be like Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's a nice and decent, mild guy. What do I know? I don't know Paul McCartney. He strikes me as a nice, decent, mild, good gentleman whose music I love. I think he might be like Ringo. Ringo's sort of a hey, kind of goofy, zany. That's the way I want him to be. I want him to have some jokes. I want him to be cool. What if Jesus showed up and he was just a stoic piece of what if he was just like this stoic asshole who was just pompous and No, I'm Jesus. I'd be like, I see why people are leaving the church. There we go. Okay. We are checking our audio again. That's not good. In church. All right. So we're good. Close this. Yeah, I mean, your internet connection is bad. It'll go from 4 bars to 1 bar. This app is not really ready for prime time. I wouldn't say this app is ready for beta. But these apps can remain in beta for like fucking years. Who's gonna put up with this shit for years? No disrespect, Cap, but yeah. And now my imagery is weird. I'm glad Let It Be came through. She's awesome. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. So yeah, my the sound went out, right? We did an hour and a half show. The sound went out at like the 30-minute mark. And all right, dude, should I tell the whole story again? There's a 15-minute segment in these in the archives, I guess, of yesterday of what happened. So I essentially explained it. And what I did was I was telling people, we're going to tell the whole story again? Well, I'll fine. I was telling people, first of all, excuse me, hey, I'm True Armor, that's me. True S Armor on YouTube, and Karma Armor, Karma, Armor ARMA on Twitch. So I was telling people how, oh man, I was supposed to have the schedule out, but I didn't do the schedule because I essentially got sidetracked. And I wrote like all this stuff about my story, and I used to write like put it on postcards. These cards, you got a ton of them all over the place, and stick them on the wall, push pins, right? But then I like yesterday I just wrote it on like a big sheet of paper, like little segments about 2 inches by 3 inches, right? Just kind of what I wanted in no sort of random order. Drew them in markers because I used to. Where is it? Oops, sorry. There's one in my bag. I thought I had one out here. But the pens, but here it is. These pens, I love these pens. These pens with 4 different colors on them are excellent for writing stories, right? Because you can either track them by act or who said what. If you've got a lot of paper, you see a paragraph of this. So I like to write in black. I don't generally like blue. So with this, I use blue as corrections. I use red as action stuff, and green as scene. So scene underwater, sharks, all that'd be because I just write out by hand. All that'd be written in green. Active correction, direction, stuff like that. So I got a lot of stuff done yesterday. Oh man, I was like, but I can't tell y'all about it because it's not like playing the guitar. You can't tell your plots and all this stuff on TV. So, but I was super psyched, and so I was like, so I didn't do that schedule, but I wrote out this loose plot outline for this screenplay that I was writing. I told them I've written like 4 screenplays in my life. Not a lot, but 4 is a lot. And I was telling them how many pages. Like it should be 90 pages, 30 minutes here, 60 minutes here, 30 minutes here. That's 20 pages, or 20 minutes here, 6 minutes here. The math is fucked up, but it's 30 minutes. No, it's 120 pages for dramas and 90 minutes for action movies and stuff like that, right? So I went through like what the protagonist should want, what the antagonist should want, why their wants should collide, like Darth Vader wants to unite the galaxy under Palpatine, and Luke does not want that, right? He wants to be a pilot like his father and fight against the Empire, which leads him into all this stuff, like learning who these players are, because he's supposed to be a farm boy when this happens. So they have different wants and needs, and they will eventually collide, right? Your villain and your protagonist can want the same thing for themselves. I want the crown, he wants the crown, but you're still butting heads, even as you race toward the same thing, or come at it from the different angles, right? So I've said on this. I was super psyched. Showed like a video that I thought people liked. Then explained that I did that instead of writing the music, writing the schedule for musical practice. But then I also wrote. I found a push-up regiment, right? That essentially it's a full body workout. It's calisthenics, right? So I explained that, and I was like, I looked up to that to sort of try to figure out how I can use this every day, and this is gonna be great. Then I was like, oh man, I was so satisfied at that, right? That we had this 40-minute conversation about 30-minute conversation about music. Then I played guitar, acoustic, then the electric, and I almost had that little Gingerbread song down with my fingers, like, oh wow, super proud. Then I played it once through, no errors, the first time, right? Only been playing music for a month, guitar for a month, managed to string together actual music from these little freaking fingers. I was so no audio. Audio dropped out a half an hour, like an hour ago, like 54 minutes. So I streamed for 54 minutes with no audio. I was so hot. I was so angry. Because the meter bar was pegging. It was saying I had audience. Nobody was saying anything in the chat, sort of like no one is saying in the chat now. So I didn't have any, but someone eventually got in the chat and told me, hey, yo, your audio's bad. And into the chat, went back and found it in the video clip. And at like the 34-minute mark, there's a blink out. Then the picture comes back and there's no audio. And I was just kind of like, God damn it. So then I came back in with the 15 minutes of, oh man. And I was so angry. And this is the end of the podcast. And then I came back, like, I want to say maybe 10 minutes later. I was like, I don't want to sort of end it with this, fucking app and this. I'm just leave. I'm just going to go and do something else, right? I'm trying to get away from that. So I came back sort of with that apology, was going to try and acknowledge that it happened, was angry about it. It was a tech issue, but that doesn't take away from what I'm doing here, which is practicing guitar every day for 30 days. If it's not here, it's going to be on Twitch. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be someplace. But this app is just, at this point, I may purchase an app next month and give up this app's life, right? This Restreamer life is, and I tried to play a game too. So yesterday was the first time after I came back. See, there was even progress in that. So after I came back, I was like, let's try a game. So I fired up my Steam account, pulled one of my favorite games out that sort of zens me out, called Dorfromantik, and played like 50 minutes of that. And I was like, all right. And of course, the imagery was shit. And not the imagery, as a Restreamer, this whole thing is not very awesome. But I did manage to put an hour on. So yesterday I did 9:30 in the morning I did like 4 hours, like 3.5 hours yesterday. And of that 3.5 hours, an hour of it was silent. And that hour was some of my best shit. I was so proud of myself. And then that was it. Can't hate on it. I'm still doing this, right? All of a sudden I'm getting warm. It's like the funky wind stopped winding. The wind will wind, the blows will blow. So yeah, I sort of sketched out a loose idea for my my story that I've always had in my head, but now I think I'm going to revamp the hero and make him a musician. Because at first, when I first started this story many years ago, the hero was sort of like me, right? So he was a law enforcement guy who didn't want to be a law enforcement guy. He wanted to be like an artist. It's a science fiction story, I just tell you that. So then he became a cook who ended up in this place. and he had like this cooking skill set that sort of was awesome. And then with the iteration of the same character, oddly enough, yesterday, he's like he's still a cook, but he had a ukulele, not a ukulele, a mandolin. I was like, yeah, because I wanted to remember a couple of weeks ago. I was like, ooh, I almost bought a mandolin. I'm so glad I didn't buy a mandolin. Oh, I almost bought a mandolin. So glad I didn't buy a mandolin. Then like, well, I almost bought a keyboard. So glad I didn't buy a keyboard. Then they had a drum set, padded drum set. I was like, oh, $150. Not $150, $250. I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't buy the drums. I'm glad I didn't buy the mandolin. I'm glad I did not buy the piano keyboard. But give me a year. If I can learn this music like I'm going to learn music, I'm going to have all that stuff. Because I'm not learning the guitar, I'm learning music. The guitar is an implement that I have to learn it. Y'all hear that? Got neighbors moving in and neighbors moving out. All right, so let's find that thing that we were playing. Then I came in today. There was no sound. And so there's a 1 minute clip of me today going, hey, everybody. Oh, let me check. And then, of course, there was no sound. I was like, God damn it. So and we spoke about this earlier. So that was the last 2 days. I stream a lot. I should be on somebody's list to make sure he don't, blow our house up because he will say some shit. That dog is killing me. I would love a dog. Before I get a dog, I have to get other stuff. All right. What song is that? That's Three's Company. No, that's Benny Hill. That could be one of either of those. All right, come on, man. History. We are all become my history. Our song keeps playing on the time. I love that song. I can't get out of my head. Where is this thing? I made this comment yesterday. I go through so much YouTube content. I must watch. One day I'm going to count these. Did I pass it? Here it is. Think about. Yeah, this is it. Travel guitar. I mean, the freaking idea. All right, so we're going to hit present. Here we go. Tired song keeps playing on. Thank you. All right, so we were looking at this. First of all, let's swap these out. Look at his fingernails. I cannot go. Look at his finger. I cannot grow nails like that. So people talking about acrylic nails. Look at his finger freaking nails. A, D, right? So this is what we were doing. A, D, E. So we know these. I do have trouble going from A to E.
Point and practicing the first half of the tune until you're pretty comfortable before to the second half of the tune.
So this is what I was practicing.
Or chord change to learn, and that's the change from A major to E major. You'll notice here in the tab that the bass goes down. When you play the E major, you play a bottom E string for the bass. So just try that change between the A.
So yeah, let's practice going from A to E. Right? Hear that? See, it should be this. I was trying to change my E fingering. We've been streaming for an hour. It is 7:10, 10-ish. It's 7:13. And we're just practicing our transition. Ugh. I don't know how to. That's what is. All right. See, he's got that hard angle on that thing. But he was doing it like I was doing it. Versus I'm trying to do it like this, but he's like this. Look at where his thumb is. I feel like my finger catches it. Ugh. You can hide beside me. Get that. Oh my God. I'm gonna have the song in my head all day. Maybe for a while. Maybe that'll be the first song I learn. Right. So I'm having trouble with E. I'm having trouble with C. Both generally for the freaking same reason. This finger cannot seem to get in here and lay on anything with any sort of force. And when it gets in there, it's sloppy AF. See, I'm not leaning on anything. I'm just lazily hitting it. Same thing. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. All right. You can have the beat. So bad all of a sudden. All of a sudden. All right, seriously, everybody, let's just get it together. Let's watch him do a couple more of these. Okay. Surely I can do that, right? Yeah. Hear that? All sorts of bad extra noises going on here. Oh, ouch. I just can't seem to get it to ring. Well, don't say that. I mean, you're going to have to get it to ring cleanly. It's this finger. Okay, hold on. I got to look up proper fingering for this. I mean, it's not enough that, let's crash you out for a second. It's not enough that I'm looking at it. Proper fingering for E minor. You could heart beside. I need imagery. Okay, please don't look up fingering. Proper fingering for E major. I don't even know how I got some of these images. All right, so proper fingering for E major. Guitar. Good Lord, my fingering, my spelling. D-U-T. Proper fingering for E major guitar. Okay, so this looks like I should be further up the fret. All right, so let's do this. So when I'm doing this, first of all, that's my C. I'm doing this. This has this guy way up here. Like his thumb is way up here. Versus the other guy was back here. Right? That's why I normally. But they're like, if you do it this way. Okay, let's try this. It's going to take a little practice. Freaking Boyds. The Boyds. This is E. I cannot clear it with this. I can. It's not my nail. It's my weird, lazy finger. Think about you all the time. I don't mean to say it's lonely where you are. Come back down. I won't tell them your name. All right. I'm sure that will fix it. Grew up way too fast, now there's nothing to believe. We have all become our history. Ouch! Now that hurts. That is. I cannot stop hitting that low E string. How am I doing this? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Trying to find peace through an instrument. It's this finger. Calm down. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? What exactly is a drama here? Maybe I should place him first when I do this instead of, which is what I'm doing here. All right. Well, that explains it. It's from the wrong freaking note. String, rather. Where am I? Right here. And I'm still... So I need to be right here. I need to be right here. I feel like I can't get a good place to put my finger. Oh, sweet Jeebus. Help a brother out. Horrible. 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 Tired song. I guess we're gonna do like 10 minutes of C's to A's. While I'm here, I should work on my C. E. A. Yep. Good Lord, I've got that song in my head. All right, hold on. I'm strumming one song and I'm whistling Iris. Tutorial. Give me how about you give me a minute or two. I'll be right back. Think about you all the time. Slowly where you are, come back down. Okay, that wasn't so bad. All this has to go. It has to go. It's too much weight to carry in your middle, right? It's too much weight. We must get fit. Ugh. Woo. Beginner finger style. Google Dolls Iris. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. And of course, the picture is going. You can't restream if you can't maintain your fucking image, man. It's not the radio. We like this. Who is this guy? Kendrick Acoustic. Good for you, man. He gives us music. No, he doesn't. He gives us tab, but he gives us chords. So F major. So, right. He's got both of these in. He's got tabs and music sort of. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. This month, this year. All right, so what we're gonna do is kick that out of here. We're not gonna play his stuff, but we're gonna study him later and see if we can get a grip on what he's doing here. There's a lot of extra shit going on there that I don't like, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. Iris guitar tabs. Okay, here we go. Let's freeze this. This is the best way to do this shit, right? So you have a colored box, so you know where you are, right? You have tabs for the guitar as well as music. This way you can learn two things. I don't see, yeah, this is it. We may have to look up some capo, fret, blah, blah, blah. But once we know the music, each one of these is a note to itself. And this means we're gonna end this little, we're gonna learn all. And once we know it, ours forever, baby. Yeah, all right. I mean, it's just a cool thing to watch. Let's so we're not gonna find it now, obviously, sadly, but let's go back to this. See if we can keep up with them. Listen to the way. Every time I pull off, it sounds like I'm hammering off. It's like this. You hear that? They don't do that. Why is that happening? See that? Maybe I don't hear it because he's moved on. Yep. I mean, why does it do that? Why does it do that? Wind is really blowing in here. It's nice. Why does it do that? A. E. And it's also easier for me to miss that top string versus muting it with a pick. Ugh. Maybe this is not freaking. Are we gonna do this again? Good enough, but still, it always. Yeah, we're gonna keep that there. I just tuned this. It's weird. Tuned this thing this morning. Do some guitars fall out of tune faster than other guitars? Let's try this. Oh, let's try that again. What the hell was that? right, let's try this thing. Ooh, metronome, idiot. Come on, guys, work together. I hear that. What is it? It's always the same finger. It's like I can't get any pressure back here. Amazing. I can't get him half. Okay, all right. How are we gonna do this? Because I can't bunch him out. And if I do this, this is just gonna lay over the string that he's got to. It's such a. All right, E. A. Better. E. Don't clench your jaw. I don't really know what to fucking do. I had it. I don't know what happened. Of course, that's not going to work. I'm never going to get that to fucking work. I was doing this with 2 fingers before and it was working out well. This rattle. We've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. Take a breather. Take it easy. Take a breath. It's all right. Let's try one more time. All right, let's see if we can string a couple of them together. Went down one. Is this? And then this goes up and back, and these go here. This goes down. It's really sort of a simple transition if I can just get it in my hands. Oh. Let's give this guy a listen.
Just to get the hang of it.
Let's try again with him. A first. Sloppy. All of them were sloppy.
Once you're comfortable,
Oh, shut up.
that's where you just see the tap.
Oh, we're doing the whole thing. It's all right. It's yeah. That transition. Good Lord. What is going on here? Now I can't pluck. And then here, right back to A. Come on, guys. All right, what do we got here? Because this is. Was it? That's twice. All right. No, it's not twice. It's. No, get in there. That's twice. Switch, boom. Right. twice. Back to A. All right. So I think this is what we had yesterday, and it was good. Stop it. This is what I don't have. No, the second one is. But it's. Right, just swap to E, boom. What? Then back to A. Is that right? All right. This song is kicking my butt. And it's not that hard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop. We're gonna sit. We're gonna think about the beautifulness that is. Oh, the sun is going down. You know what that means? We open this shade. Shade. Get some of that beautiful sunlightiness in here. Ooh, we have waited, not we, but every day is a special and unique day unto itself, right? Every day, I like to just tell people, you are as common as every day, and you are as extraordinary as every day. Choose, pick one, right? Every day is fantastic. It really is. So that thing kicked my butt. I'm just new at it. I wanted to really jump. Just so. It's a nice little lesson for learning, right? It's not too complicated. That's wrong. It's Come on, guys. That's what it is, because when I do this, he's way up here. Thanks for subscribing. Come on in anytime. We are teaching ourselves to play guitar. We're here every day, twice a day, in your sunsets and your sunrises. And we hope that you join us. It's getting dark in this room. I may have to cut on another light. It looks good on the TV, but ugh. Back to A. We know D is this coming up, right? Ugh. Oh, who did that? Something leaning against the other strings. What in the world? Stop leaning on other strings. That's a problem. So those are our 3 major shifts. Dude, if you are not going to participate, you can't play. Stop it. Right, then back to A. A sus. A. E. Come on, guys. It's a conspiracy. It really is a conspiracy. I think these fingers don't want me to do this. I will swap you out for new fingers immediately. All right, let's cut on the light. Yeah. Maybe we should try it on the electric. How about that? I know you're an electric, but you're an acoustic electric, and now we just want an electric. Oh, good Lord. I have to change these strings. Maybe that'll be a thing we do on the weekend. Change the strings, but then we got to clean this whole thing out so we clean it. That's going to happen. All right, so let's tune some stuff. I mentioned on the show yesterday, I haven't played with a pick in like a week now, since we tried to get our fingers in the game, and we like it more. Really? Very weird. I fucked that one. Clean up. All right. It's almost a B. What is going on here? Gotta change these strings. That's gonna have to do. What's up with this G? is all over the freaking place. All right. Hold it. All right, so I notice when I begin to get clumsy on my acoustic, I switch out and I do better on the electric. So yeah, that's what it is. Let's cut this off and let's see if we can get what he was doing. Come on, guys, seriously. I keep touching with my nail. All right, so it's so that's clean. Can we get up here and do the clean again? Asking too much, aren't you? You're just asking too much. Back to A. A sus. I want to see E again. A, E, A, right? That is this. I'll show you what I'm looking at. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. E. Really, man? Come on. Oh, good Lord. What is going on with this pointer finger? Back to A. I'm having a whole bunch of trouble with my E. I cannot seem to get it to sound properly and not lay on another string. I know I'm a long ways away from that, the proper Too bad I don't have all that time to play some. And man. Right, so this is A. What the frick, man? This is my nail touching it. So this is A. Back to A. That's the only difference. The last count is longer. Let's try it.
And now.
Okay. A, all right. Swap to E, high string. Twice, okay. Back to A. Okay. Okay. The first thing we did in the first one. The second E we only do once. We do it once. Okay, let's try it. It's A sus, A, E, A sus, A, E, A. I think that's what it is, right? A sus, A, E, A sus, A, E, A. Let's see if we can give that a shot, right? That's twice. Good Lord. That's the wrong string. That's the sixth string. Oh, it's... Oh, all right. I see what's going on. Is that right on all of them? Oh, okay. So this is what I'm doing. This is why my count is screwy. Right? That last, I shouldn't be doing that. I should be going. I should leave this out. That last thing is throwing me off. So let's try it again. And then the A sus. Trying to slow down. I'm so excited that I think I got it. No, that's supposed to be the A sus, but still. Oh, they all leave the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Am I misreading this? 1, 2, 3. Right. No, I'm wrong. It's not there. I was adding it. Just out of habit of, all right. It's not there. I was seeing it. Okay. Right? What in the ever-loving world? Back to A. A sus, A, E, A. This is not that hard. Why is it taking me like 4 days? I love how stupidly simple it is and how hard it is to freaking manage. We've been streaming for 2 hours. It's our Thursday. Did we have dinner yet? I had a hamburger and I have 2 hot dogs on standby, but I really should have like potatoes and some sauerkraut and some, not sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut, but some celery. I may run out and get an actual salad just to kind of make sure I get some greens in me, some roughage. You need roughage to go through your system and pick up the errant things, stuck to the side of your colon, right? Meat's not going to do that. Not grass, like your cows, like lettuce and not tomatoes. Tomatoes are, but like lettuce and celery and key, all that. I don't even know what you eat. Hippie stuff that everybody's supposed to hate. All right, let's do it one more time. I'm doing it again. I'm adding another bong on all of these. It's switch over immediately, and it sounds like that was a hard transition. There you go. Oh my God, I had it earlier. Let's go one more time. That's only once. Then it's back to A. That transition is a fucking straight murderer. So A sus A, E, A sus A, E, A. I want to hear him do it again.
Once where you see my fingers. And now with just tap.
That's part one. I haven't got anywhere near the second one.
Just like the
Everybody just calm down. All right. No need to panic. Who? Me? I'm sweating? I'm not sweating. I'm just telling you not to sweat. All right. What we are gonna do. Thank you. Let's take it easy. I was sitting here, lovely yesterday, watching the sunset after that goofy not sunset, watching the night sky, some of this goofiness was going on. I gotta tell you, man. Just let this run. Actually, I can't even let them.
just like the first half of this tune consists of 3 chords.
3 chords.
However, 2 of them you already know, and that's the A major and the E major. This time, however, we've got a D major.
Ding, tick, tick, tick. It's so simple. I should do that while I'm sitting there watching TV. Just drive that C and that E and that rebellious A into my hand and just own it. Like we say, once you have it, it's yours forever. You own it forever. Man, kicking my ever-loving blood. We're going to give ourselves a little time just to decompress. 13 minutes max. 13 minutes is a sacred number here where I speak to you from in this quadrant of the galaxy on this third rock in this almost empty solar system, just us on this small little ball orbiting a ball shooting through the giant cosmos. Can't even call it giant, it's bigger than giant. Infinite abyss. Don't set yourself on fire. All right. We're going to check the other, actually, why don't we just do this? We're going to check the other outlets just to make sure that there is audio, because that's not good. All right. That's us being live, so we actually have audio, which is good. We can drop this down and see. As soon as you look at other stuff, all of a sudden the bandwidth goes. It's not Wi-Fi. Ah, come on, man. Y'all gotta fix your animus here. I'm beginning to think that you're doing it on purpose to stop my greatness, because we all know once I get those 3 chords down, the universe is mine. All these guitarists will just have to acknowledge my greatness, and everyone else will pick up a guitar, and it'd be like a Bill and Ted's kind of like goofiness. But see, this is what they're trying to stop me. This pod is too relevant for the coming days. There will be no dystopian future that we've all been brought up on for the last 30 years. Hunger Games and Maze Running and all this bullshit you've been teaching these kids, and they expect them to get to 30 and have faith in the system. You told them you've trained them that the system was going to collapse. So good job. But it won't, because I will get them all playing music, and then we'll have a giant music society, music government. What would they even be called? Not like democracy, theocracies, kingdoms, right? What would you call a government based in music? I mean, I don't even know. I couldn't even write that science fiction story. I don't even have a good name for what that would be called. How would it run? Everyone would have to know, learn an instrument, and I guess those who didn't would be, I don't know, couldn't vote or something, like Starship Trooper, where you had to have military service or you weren't considered a full citizen. Woo. I'll have to tell you, just in time, I finished my coffee at a reasonable hour of 8:25. Where is my R2D2 unit with no legs? In 1955, Emmett Till was tortured in a barn in Mississippi. Today, the barn stands unmarked. What if you fucking covered up every place a black person was killed in this country? The whole place would be covered in bunting. Calm down. My whole position is do not look backwards. Acknowledge what happened and move forward. All that we seem to be doing is talking about yesterday, like you can repair it. You want to, man, just shut up. You're not. And then when it comes around to doing something in the here and present, you vote it down. You take people's voting rights away. You just fuck with people. So yeah, no, we're not doing that anymore. I'm pro music. I'm pro gun. I'm pro fuck the nonsense. That's what I am. That's my political party. I'm gonna smoke my J's and big up my community and my apparatus. All right, so what are we doing? When is sunset?
Sunset tomorrow will be at 8:18 p.m.
Nobody asked you about tomorrow. When is sunset tonight?
Sunset was at 8:18 p.m. today.
How is that even possible? I guess this is from Greenwich because we still have some sun out here. But let's go into this beautiful thing where you can see where it sets in your community. See, these are the things that I used to lie in the grass and look at the stars and like just marvel at it. No one does that shit anymore. And then you wonder why people aren't interesting. All you want to do is fucking get money and twerk or watch somebody twerk or worship somebody who's gotten money and look at their giant houses. And there's other shit out here in the world, baby. There will be mostly sunny skies. The high will be 83. Night, the skies will be mostly clear. The low will be 69. It's going to be so good tonight. All the windows going to be open. Yeah. Sunrise is at 6:01 a.m. Sunset is at 8:18. How's that at 8:18? Because I still got, well, okay, you still got light as the sun is below the horizon. All right, no, you're right. It's the moon phase. It's a waxing gibbous. Let's remember that. Moon rise was at 7:32 p.m. Moon set will be at 4:03 a.m. 7 p.m. $10 hours? How long is a moon day? I know moon doesn't twirl around. All right, let's close this. How long is can I even ask Siri? Will Siri tell me or send me someplace on the web? How long is a day on the moon? And I know the moon doesn't rotate.
Here's what I found from caltech.edu. A day on the moon is 27.32 Earth days, or 655.72 hours long.
655 hours long? Wait, if a moon, it's a day on the moon is 27 Earth days, how can you have moon rises and moon sets? Is that a daily thing? It says moon set. Moon rise, moon set. I had teachers tell me I was not fucking intelligent. Don't fucking tell me that. I knew more than they did. I just did not fit into their little boxes. That was the problem. Moonrise calculator, time and date. Sun and moon time, Virginia Beach. Moonrise. What is moonrise? How about that? Moonrise definition by Merriam-Webster dictionary. Moonrise, what is the definition of sunset? Sunrise, moonrise, okay. The Old Farmer's Almanac. I used to actually buy these. Question, what is the definition of sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset, especially regarding the exact time of day when they occur? Sunsets occur when the upper edge of the sun, called the upper limb, sinks just under the horizon, which is where we are now. Sunrise occur when the upper limb just above the horizon. The same is true of the moon. These events can happen earlier or later than expected because the atmosphere bends the light rays near the horizon in such a manner that the sun and moon can appear to be above the horizon when they're actually still below it. All right, yes, we know this. But that's not what I say. If the day is 600 days long, how can you have one moonrise? Every day, they're telling me this. Is this moonrise the same moonrise for 3 months ago? I don't understand it. Moonrise, moonset, Wikipedia. Come on, baby, let me have it. The Earth rotates to the east, so all the sky objects, including the sun, the moon, and the stars, rise in the east and set in the west. Right. We said this before. The world rotates east and the winds blow west. Right. So Chicago's weather yesterday is New York's weather today. Right. The sun rises. The weather blows east to west. That can be affected by mountain ranges. Right. And giant plains. Right. Also, California's weather is not Chicago's weather, because Chicago's weather comes from the north. It comes from the Arctic. It comes out through Canada, swings down through the middle, blows up. But you still get some wind, high winds. You get like smoke from the fires will travel across the country. But some stuff don't get over those mountains. The Sierra Range, I want to call it. What is that mountain range? Mountain Ranges America. I know. Oh, on this end, we've got the Adirondacks, which really isn't a mountain range. Yo, mountain range. Fucking tell me I don't know shit. The Appalachian Mountains, the Rocky Mountains. Yeah. All right. So let's put this picture up, because we like information here on this show that we does. Let's put this up. Can we make this image larger? Tell me I don't know shit. So let's swap these out. So New York's weather, where's Chicago? Oh, bro, this is just really bad. This is Iowa, Illinois. So this is Chicago. And we're close. So like they'll get a blizzard. If it warms up, we may get, well, if we're higher, but if they get a blizzard, we're getting a blizzard. But their weather comes from Canada, because a lot of weather I don't think can climb this mountain range. This is all flat. It builds the momentum of these storms build here. But over here, Arizona's hot as balls. This is hot as balls, right? Seattle, Nevada's, California, everything burning up in here. This is temperate cold country. This looks like this, but it's actually like this, right? So this is your ass up. This is up in Canada, right? And this is your tropical, because this is sort of the dick of America is hanging down in like all this cool water. So all of this area, it's sort of like this. Depending on, well, there's a little globe there. But yeah, Oklahoma. So our weather, that's the story, our weather. And then there's all this water that affects the weather too. There's a lot of snow up here. Anyway, oh, we got 25 seconds. Oh, that felt good to just talk smoke and put it down before we pick it up again and do the thing we're going to do. Bighorn Range. Look at all the flat land here. Seriously, you look at this. I mean, come on. Envious. The other people who have places like this, their weather doesn't allow you to walk through it, like Russia. But man, the way things are changing, Africa might be a paradise again. And this whole thing will be just come a hot, barren zone. Look at this. Continental divide, Hudson Bay. One day, I'm telling you, there'll be another age of explorers. Right, and it'll be on planets, right? And maybe they'll, need you, the ne'er-do-well person in your family who no one thought was going, then all of a sudden you sign up for some grand thing, and people go, tell you you're too young to go, you're too old to go, you're too docile and quiet to go, or you're too rambunctious and crazy to go. And then for some reason they pick you, and you go to some far off land and discover new mountains and maybe new medicines and new plants. And then you come back and have a school and a universe named after you. And hopefully in your lifetime, like Lewis and Clark. I think Lewis killed himself. 3 years after this. That's like going to the moon, coming back and being dead 3 years later because everybody thought he was just a fucking rock star. It's amazing. Let's look at what we're looking at. The moon. I mean, people have their demons. Moon rising, moon set are when the moon climbs above the horizon and sinks below its daily or nightly, depending on the moon's phase. The moon, like all other sky objects, rises in the east and time. All right, here we go. Direction. The Earth rotates east. So right. Okay. The moon's position relative to the Earth and the sun determines the moon rise and moon set. Obviously. For example, last quarter rises at midnight and sets at noon. A waning gibbous is best seen from late night to early morning. The moon rises 30 to 70 minutes later each day. A day is approximately the period during which the Earth completes one rotation around its axis. Okay. Each day. But due to the fact that the moon moves 13 degrees every day, hence the Earth must move 13 degrees after completing one rotation for the moon to be visible. Oh, okay. So what they're saying is our rotation every day plus 13 minutes every day, then plus another 13 minutes. So this is how we're getting this sunrise, sunset, because midnight, sunrise to sunset all night, full moon. Yeah, we know these. Moon phase is seen from the moonrise, moonset, best seen, not visible. All right. Do we have any other information? Moon illusion. The moons appear to be large at moonrise or moonset due to the illusion. This illusion, known as a moon illusion, good name for it, is caused by the effect of the brain. There's no certain explanation for the moon illusion yet. However, it's most likely because of how the brain perceives object at a distance. Object at different distances, and all the distances we expect objects to be from us when they are near the horizon. Okay, I get that. That makes sense. It's like why you need a size marker in like the desert because everything is far away, or the ocean, right? So you see a light like Master. You see the movie Master and Commander? So there's a scene in Master and Commander where they're being hunted by this the boat. So he puts a little light on like a rowboat. He cuts out all the light on the big ship, puts a little light in the rowboat, and it sails away. So all you see is like the light in the vast ocean, and you can't tell if that light's on a big thing or a small thing. So it just looks further away from you. You know what I mean? Yeah, illusions. But there's always something to tell you how big something is, a tree or, but sometimes a full moon, ooh, look at this. Ooh, a full moon behind San Giorgino Mountain, California on a midsummer morning. Midsummer. Let's look up the term midsummer just to mess with people. June 24th. What does midsummer mean? The middle of summer, the summer solstice. Other words, I thought the summer solstice was the 21st, right? We actually looked it up, but this is midsummer is a period of time in the middle of the summer. The exact dates vary among different cultures, but it's primarily held close to summer solstice. Okay, 3 days away. The celebration predates Christianity and has existed under different names and traditions around the world. Yeah, it's a celebration of spring. The only people who hate celebrations of spring, I hate to say it, are super Christy people because they don't want you drinking like people like to drink in the spring. They don't want you smoking. They don't want you sexing. It's all the things. All the things they want to do that now that they're older, they don't want their kids doing because they're paranoid about it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's been a long con, people. Moons rise, moons set. All right. So what are we doing? Are we going to continue or are we crashing this out? I think we may crash this out. Let's check our okay, so we still have audio, which is good. Do I want to try this again with the electric or the acoustic? All right, we may go a little longer. I want to cut that lighter or close this shade, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Because I gotta tell you, I love this new hobby. I could play it in the window naked as a J-Boyd. All right, so what do we got? Yeah, come on, guys. Really? I think that's right, actually. I mean, it wasn't on time, but I think that's the sequence before we get to sequence 2. Oop, don't bang it. Before we get to sequence 2. So it's been a while since I played with it picked. It's not like I'm... Oh, you know what I also discovered we need? We need boxes. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're gonna, yeah, we've got a couple of arts and crafts project that we need to. But let's do that. Let's do this. Music boxes for scales. Music boxes. No, not music boxes. Music boxes. Music. Oh, good lord. Music. Note boxes. That's not it. Music. Okay. Music. No. What do you call them? Where's my guitar grimoire? All right, here we go. Hey, I grabbed Progressions and Improvisations, a book that I'm gonna freaking. I should actually. Here we go. The Building Blocks of Music. In order to understand progression, one must understand the basic of harmony and theory. Music is sound, but for now, imagine that is a set of 12 equal blocks. Figure 1. The distance from one block to the next is a half step. Yeah, freaking these boxes. Look, man, I don't know. Scale and that feel. So it starts off very simply telling you this, right? I see these boxes, right? Very simple. Is it clear? I hope so. Uh-huh. Right. So by the time you turn the page, it's got a lot more explained about those boxes and what they mean, right? Let's go this page, right? A lot of explaining how there are spaces between them. By the time you get to the third page, scales and I guess I'll put scales in mode boxes and look it up. Because when you do scales, some of these are flats and like we haven't been doing any scales like we've been doing the pentatonic, but you're supposed to drop some of those out and get scales. I mean, we should be doing scales. So what am I looking at? Chord boxes. Chord scale boxes. Every time I do it, I'm just getting fretboards. Ooh, what is this? Open tuning. No. I want. What do you even call them? What do you even call them? Because I mean, I know I got to get good with it, but it doesn't really even have a name. Diatonic intervals. Let's look at an easy way for memorizing interval distance by counting the amount of blocks. There are 12 blocks within the major scale. Therefore, an interval has to consist of so many building blocks. We'll determine first interval blocks, music interval blocks. Let's try that. Let's put this harmonica there so we don't lose a beat. Music interval boxes. Music interval boxes. Yes. Yeah. All right. Here we go. So some of these are what I'm talking about. Not all of these. Which one do I want? Come on, dude. Intervals. Come on, man. All right. So is this it? Gravy. All right. So I guess I'm not finding what I'm looking for. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. All right. So I guess that's not it. Music interval boxes. Four scales. All right, so maybe we'll just call them intervals. That looks close, but that's not what I'm looking at. Let's look up scales, music scales. C major, D major, F major. Really? We're gonna have to take a look at opening new no. Yeah, we're gonna need to keep that. I'll show you what I just found in a minute. Music scale charts. I wish I knew what those boxes were called so I could show it to you, but I did find something else that I think is interesting. All the scales have names, right? That's amazing. I mean, we haven't played the C scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, but we did find this. Look at this. Let me get myself out of there. Right, so we have to know this. Play the C scale, C, D, E, F, G. Right, the C scale has no flats. The D scale only has 2 flats. The E has 4. The E major has 4. The F major, C, D, E, F. Right, 2, 4, F major, and you come back. This is the interval, the tonal interval, right? So this is 1 tone higher than that. And the B major scale, they're like opposite. Wait, I thought one of them had all. No, they don't have all flats. Anyway, I gotta really figure it out. I love reading about stuff and trying to put it together myself, but then going into. I can't believe those boxes are. I've seen them everywhere. Now I can't find them. I wish I knew the name of them. I actually pulled up my garage band and was fiddling around with it yesterday. I remember the old days when computers were new and you got an instruction book. Granted, I didn't read everything in it, but I really appreciated having like a manual. I really freaking did. Okay, what are they called then? Building blocks of music. Major, sharp, augmented fifth, perfect, minor, diminished. Flat A major, get A major. Flat A minor, get A diminished. Flat A perfect, get A diminished. Sharp A major gets A augmented. What are they called? Mm-hmm. Well, let's call them tonal blocks then. Music, tonal blocks. None of this is it at all. I think this is close, but yeah. Dag nabbit. All right. Tonal blocks. Tonal blocks of Minecraft. All right. Tonal interval. Now, can't even find it. Can't even find it. I'm sorry, guys. I can't even find it. How about guitar? Yeah, so let's give a look at this. Why do people? Why would you put this shit on? Like, this is what I was talking about, and how they space them out. All right. What kind of grimoire is this one? Cord Encyclopedia. Look at all these books. I have these too. What is this one? Keyboard. All right, let's get that out of there. What is this? Exercise book. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's like 11 of these books. I think there's 12 because I have the first one and the last one. What is this? Why would you put that up there when you can't? People are trying my patience. All this is just a cute thing to get you. I can't read, so now you click on, then they get a traffic hit. I don't want to read your bullshit. I just want the facts. And this is the problem. Just like the news. Oh my God, there's been a horrible accident. Tune in later and find out. Don't fucking do it. You're supposed to be giving me news. Tell me now. Ugh, it's all so freaking stupid. This is a fucking advertisement too. This picture is an advertisement. This picture takes me to Amazon. Idiots. I can't even, you can't trust anything. And a lot of this shit is stuff you click on is not awesome for you, but these are the blocks that I was talking about. So there are 7 of them. Really? Okay. These are the building blocks. This is what I was. Oh, for dear sweet Jesus. So I was gonna come up with like 12 of these things, but space them out, and then put cue cards, so we can be able to track chords and stuff. A chord defined as 2 or more tones played simultaneously. Look at this. Why is there a dresser there? And like I said, M135, right? So that 135, that 135, what in the world? Oh, yeah, it's better just to have the book. Means something in here, right? 135 is of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First of all, there's 12 and there are spaces, right? So yeah, all this stuff means stuff. We have to get all this stuff in our head. These grimoire books are friggin' awesome. They really are. 1, 2. No, that's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can do that. That's off. All right. That's A to D. Ugh. Why does that sound so bad? There's a pick. gotta get my fingers moving faster and tighter. All right. So what is this? Yeah. All right. I think I might be done for the evening. I can't get the basics. We're gonna freeze that. We're gonna close this out. We're gonna begin to wrap this thing up. Ooh, it's 9 o'clock. I guess our wrap up is gonna be tight. All right. So we have been streaming for 2 hours and 53 minutes. Okay. Should I even check to see if there's sound in the other? Everyone, stop it. Okay, so we still have sound. That's nice. Whoo-wee. Remember, you are a consequential individual. Like I said, every day. I'm gonna get me a whiskey. I think I deserve it. Let's start killing some. We're gonna need to close that, but we do need to draw the friggin' shades. It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. All right. Yeah, let's cut this on. Let's bask in the glow of our greatness. Let's stand up for a little bit. Whew. Let's tilt this up a little. And let's enjoy our swag. I don't know. I might end this stream and pop back in with just a loose assortment of my friends. I wonder what Biz is doing if he wants to have a co-stream with me. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow? It was supposed to rain Tuesday, then it didn't. It was supposed to rain Wednesday, then it didn't. It was supposed to rain today, then it didn't. And tomorrow it's saying it's going to be sunny. And yesterday it said it might rain today, and Saturday it was going to rain. Now there's no rain in the forecast for Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I'm not complaining. I just wish that they were a little more on their freaking horse and knew what the hell they were talking about. Ooh, 2-mile-an-hour wind, 70 degrees. What? Oh no, that's the AM. I'm about to say. Good gravy. All right, yeah, 80. Another mild day, 81 degrees. I guess 2-mile-an-hour winds. No, I'm sorry, 7-mile-an-hour winds. What was it today? Max winds 14 out of the south. All right, so what is it tomorrow? Max winds 8 out of the north. All right, yeah, today was an excellent day. I mean, you always feel it when the sorry, you can't even see me. Was I leaning down here? You always feel it when the wind has to be like over 10 degrees. No humidity, sunny, a constant breeze. It was a beautiful thing. It makes you feel good to be alive. At least I hope it makes you feel good to be alive. It feels like it's 77 degrees. We are balling out of control in this mofo. All right, so what have we learned today? We have learned that in a month, we're slowly teetering with a song, which is giving us a little confidence. We're not done with it because we haven't done it right yet. And then when we do it right, we'll put it online. I'll put on a suit. I'll do one of these, and I'll have a recital. It'll be that song for 30 seconds. Then I will bow politely. Then I will walk off stage, and you all get to clap and take photos and go, I know that guy. And it'll be our own little junior high school recital. You remember, we have to get fit. We have to be on our game. The philosophy is be fit to fight or fit to flee, right? Know when to say when, know when to run, know when to walk. No, that's not those lyrics. Know when to walk away, know when to run. and don't count your money while you're sitting at the table. I think that's the lyrics. Yeah, don't be sad and afraid. What's going on here? Uh, don't be sad or afraid to try new things. You can try new things and not freaking tell anybody, right? Just keep it to yourself because you know some people are negative about it. What you painting now? Look at it, look at this motherfucker. You think you Rembrandt? Yeah, thank you for your fucking input. So just keep it to yourself and do it anyway. People like to make you miserable, so they have company being miserable. Remember that. If you're doing something happy in your life, somebody will come and fuck with you, right? Sometimes they're too big to wrestle, so just stand clear of them. I guess that is a little too low. All right. My point is that this find allies, and I always say we need friends in this realm, and nobody has any friends, and I think that's a tactic for those who run this place to make sure there are no people who stand against them, because you have nobody you'll talk to about this shit, right? And if you do, you're part of some group that they keep an eye on. Versus you, me and my homie talk about this shit all the time, right? But he's my homie. I wouldn't talk about this shit with strangers. People want you to think that January 6th was crazy people, but everybody's unhappy in America. Everybody. Conservatives are unhappy. Liberals are unhappy. Can't afford a house. Can't afford the rent. Every fucking 10 years, these people raid pension plans of people that they know don't have a constituent. Man, this whole thing is just vile. So I'm like teaching myself guitar so I don't have a 10-hour pod of why you should overthrow the place, right? And let's be clear, all these romantic notions of fucking revolution, a lot of people get murdered off, disappear, raped, and it's a vile. People who do, no, it's just a fucked up thing. I mean, you want regime change here, and you can do that with an election, but they're making that hard and harder to do. We're going down some really interesting streets here. When the American dream is only for Europeans, the American kid has to do something about it. So, whew. Uh, so we roll our J's, we sip our whiskey, we are loyal to our friends, we are respectful to their family and their friends. We view our family as sacred, as I think you should. And in viewing it that way, you should want nothing bad to happen to them. You should protest and vote and march, right? For good shit. So they'll know that your voice is connected to like the good side of history. And since you can't do that all the time, you are sacred and unique, delicate flower as well, right? You are unique in this cosmos, and what you have to say should be heard. But there's a lot of people saying stuff. You have to fight for attention, so to speak. Um, and some people don't want to do that. Maybe you can be heard in another way: art, poetry, music, writing essays, right? I'm doing it this way. Imagine what your voice would sound like if you played music. Imagine what my voice would sound like if I was an author, right? Imagine what her voice would sound like if she was a musician. So instead of just sitting here watching TV going, oh, these, and then going and shoving bad food in your face, and then sitting down and clogging your heart, my whole thing is this: if you retire, you should stop smoking. You should well, not, you want to be alive, but you should cut down on the smoking and the drinking, and you should try and live forever. Let the motherfuckers pay you until you're 7,000 years old, right? They put you through the ringer to get here. So why would you get here and get all loose and buy motorcycles and wreck yourself out? You know, doesn't make any sense. Um, I don't know what anybody wants for themselves. Uh, I think it's only money and stuff. There's nothing really powerful that will make you want to do something different. The society is just weird. The American society, and everybody duplicates it. So maybe if we all got on our horse and did some great thing, we could crowdsource the best ideas. And that's not what's happened. We're just being left to rich families or whoever happens to be a millionaire. And it ain't working out. So maybe somebody will write a song, give a speech. I don't know. I mean, Star Trek inspired a whole bunch of people. That was a TV show out of one guy's head, right? So I mean, it's not like look this guy talking crazy. Nobody's gonna, I mean, I don't know what inspires. I mean, I love the idea of Bill and Ted like that because it normally happens that way. It comes out of nowhere, and it comes generally from the people that you least expect to do it. Um, Not always these millionaires, right? I mean, they set up stuff, and then they have all this energy to tell you how great they were. And they write books about it, they put their names on stuff, and then you can just go up, not actually question it, just saying, oh, Rockefeller, he must have been awesome. Well, they may even tell you about the Rockefellers and the robber barons of the last 100 years and how they're still messing with us, right? Under the idea of freedom, until you actually need your freedom, then you can't go anywhere, can't do anything. You have to wear a mask. I say you should wear a mask, but America is about freedom, right? Wear a mask, people. And especially these things are getting worse. And I happen to believe that they're going to be with us for a while, but that's just my belief. I'm not a virologist. I'm just a dude trying to learn to play the guitar, trying to inspire other people to sort of light their spiritual fire, however you get it light. I think it's in all of us, it's been tamped down a lot. And you want that spiritual energy to rage with you, right? It shouldn't be about money and stuff and hating who votes for who. It should be about the right thing. And right now, I think the right thing is for you to save your spiritual, not spirituality, but your when I say spirit, I don't mean like church. I mean like that thing that makes you wonder and like and love and want to like, not just see the world, but seeing the world without a purpose is useless, quite frankly. You're just going around leaving your litter in foreign places, right? I mean, what does it do, right? What do you want to be? What do you want? And it's not too late to be something. People write novels and start acting at all ages, right? Some are born into didn't do anything else. They just parented, like Drew Barrymore. She didn't do it. She never done anything else other than that. And other people start acting late, right? Oh, I was a Marine for 20 years, so now I'm doing this. Like that Arlie Ermy guy who's in not Top Gun, who was in Full Metal Jacket. He was like an actual drill sergeant, and after his military career, they got him to do that part. He's dead now, but he acted for a while, became a crazy conservative person. But the idea that you can have second acts, and I'm encouraging you to have one. And especially here in America, the second act should be for you, Americans, to fucking want the American dream and not so much people who come here, right? Because they saw it on TV. You're closer to it. Why don't you can have that same kind of activated energy about it. Especially in the world where you can do it easier now. You can shoot movies put them on YouTube, 5-minute jokes, stand up, but you can do whatever. But you're going to get criticism. You got to be able to go, I don't really care for your criticism, and you'll get it in all types of ways. Some of it is completely inappropriate. Just ban those fuck sticks, right? And some of it is trying to be helpful but going about it the wrong way. Just treat them as children. Just try let them know, oh yeah, I feel what you're saying, but this is where I'm at. All right, and then if they could go on too long, then you can shut them down. And if they refuse to be shut down, you can ban them, right? That happens in your life too. You're trying to do something, somebody, man, why are you trying to cook? All of a sudden now you're a chef. Yeah, all of a sudden now I'm a chef. Yeah, thank you. Right, yeah. Now we don't need to hear any more from it. I know you don't like it. And then don't mess with that kind of nonsense. You are, like I said, consequential. You should be getting it done. We're going to get it done. Right? It's been a month here, and we are knocking it out. Slowly but surely, we're knocking it out. I think I did everything. We've got a show set for tomorrow, so please put that on your calendar. Right, 7 a.m. We'll be here for about an hour and 15 minutes before we all go to work, and then tomorrow afternoon, it's Friday, we're gonna be here at 6. Knocking it out. So I don't know, maybe I'll find some Google Doll thing just to really annoy you guys and try and play that. I got to find some finger exercise. I really do love the finger picking versus the plum picking. Yeah, I've decided not to beat myself up too completely, considering this is going to be, the thing that I'm learning. I don't want to heap too much animus on it. I want it to still be like, I'm a D&D guy, so maybe this is like the dragon I'm cultivating, and I've got to get it to a point where it stands on its own, right? That's what I'm doing. So, in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming through. Is that off? It is off. It's been a week. Like Friday's 3 hours away. You're almost through your weekend. Almost through your weekend. Almost through your work week. Enjoy your nights, right? We all have a limited amount of them in this life. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Have respect for yourself. If you need to pick up your game, I'm here to encourage that. If your flow is fine, good on you, money. But if you feel that your flow could add something, it's a little discipline. It could be anything. And trust me, it would change your outlook generally. Just like negative things make you a negative person, picking up music, you can pick up racism. Go ahead, knock yourself out. But you can pick up music too, right? And in a real way. Like I say, you have more favorite songs than you have favorite movies, right? You've forgotten some favorite songs. If I knew you personally, I'd be like, oh, remember this jam? And I put that on. You're like, oh, I haven't heard that in forever. I had my wedding to this song, or this was playing when I joined the Marines, or everybody got a story about a song. My mom used to sing this to me, right? I remember I've got songs in my head my mom used to sing in the early 70s. Taught me how to dance. The Hustle. She taught me how to dance to that. Do the hustle. Do, 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 do. That song. Who are those guys? Do the Hustle. Van McCoy and Pan's People, 1975. No. This couldn't have been it. I remember that I used to do the hustle with her with this song, but what song was it? I remember Silly. That was in the 80s. That was a remake. Anyway, I'm going down a rabbit hole of trying to catch my memory to something that happened in the world. And it's good that you can look it up and be like, oh, that date is too late. But yeah. Do the hustle. Back when man, I don't know. It's a thing. It is a thing. Your memory will sort of betray and romanticize some stuff, but that's all right. Right? As long as they're good memories. Hey, Craig. I hope things are going well. Craig B. I hope hold on. So yeah, wow. So we've been streaming for about 3 hours. We're about to crash it out here. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world, and you deserve a little respite from it, right? That's a little respite, or you can fully engage it. But if you do, you need energy and discipline, and I think that a lot of that comes with resetting how you think about your day. Not in 20 years I'm going to be asked how I think about my day now. Oh yeah, we're about to wrap this thing up. It's been 3 hours. It's been pretty decent. But you're always welcome. I hope you're having a good day. What time is it in Australia. Well, hold on. I know this. It's 9 here, so it's got to be noon there, right? Am I even anywhere close? I think the difference is 16 hours with my phone. What time is it? Oh, it's about tell me the time. It's 11. Whew. There you go. So yeah. Remember, you can learn an instrument, you can learn the stock market, you can learn but like I always say, the worst you will ever be is the first day you start. That's the way that works. Every day you get incrementally better. And you don't know where that leads or how that is, how you're better. But every month now and then you have these, oh wow, I get it moments that kind of let you know you've learned something. Something has coagulated and shifted. And before you know it, you'll be a musician. Who knows? Maybe you'll start a band. Maybe you'll, learn music so well that it can be a side gig for you, a second. But everybody loves music. Everybody has a different approach to it. And you are valuable and consequential, and I want to hear what you have to say. I want to thank you for coming through, Craig B. I will also like to thank Let It Be, who rolled through earlier today. Hold on, I'm trying to do two things at once. I have the tomorrow show up already, 7 a.m. So please join us then at the 7 a.m. show for coffee. Yep, 7 a.m. tomorrow. And then we'll be doing the evening show at 6. I think I said 4, but I was wrong. It's been moved to 6. I would love to hear banjo music. Banjo is one of the 5 strings, right? Banjo, man. When I was a kid, I used to think it was a drum because it at the top looked like a drum. I don't know. So please, by all means, have a good night. Hang out with your peeps. Get your day started good. Let all the knuckleheads hang out with each other, and you avoid them and go about your sweet and good day, right? Because all that energy you need is not there. You can convert, you're giving energy to a bad source versus keeping the energy for yourself and feeding it to music or your loved ones or something else. And that's where we're at. So we're going to end it here. What's up, man? How you doing, Eggy? We're about to end the stream. I hope everyone join me tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. Let's see. Let's put this on screen. And we're going to do this thing. Thanks for coming through, Eggy. Please like and subscribe. I'm True S Armor on YouTube. I'm Karma Armor by Craig on Twitch. Please like and subscribe to either one of those. We game on Twitch, and we do all sorts of madness on YouTube. That's where we're at. But we're teaching ourselves the guitar for the next 1,000 days, every day, twice a day. Come get some. Be part of it, right? You don't have to do it twice a day. You can do it once a day. 20 minutes only if you want to. But once that 20 minutes, then it'll be 21 minutes, then it'll be 25 minutes. And before you know it, you're rocking a band. What would your band name be? That's part of the fun of having a band, right? What would I name my band if I had a band? That's just a fun exercise. That's awesome. I start at 7 a.m. Eastern time in America, right? So 7 a.m. and at 6 p.m. every day, twice a day. Please come through. We do a little talking about everything because these are long streams. We talk a little about politics, a little about social life, crack a couple of jokes, try and look up 9 troublesome videos on YouTube. And we try and encourage people to, to not let people needle them. Like have a shield up for that, but have your open arms embrace for other cool stuff that I think we miss just because we're so looking at the ground and angry about stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of people who just want to make you angry. I'm trying to do the opposite. Because my philosophy is, if you're a happy person, I ain't got to worry about you in the world. You're not the one I've got to keep my eye on, right? And if I can make just 2 or 3 more happy people who are musicians, I might be able to listen to their cool freaking music, and that's what I want, right? All right, guys, this is where we crash it. We've been streaming for 3 hours and 18 minutes. I got love for you, even though I don't know you. I wish you well. Remember, you're a consequential individual, either whether God made you out of clay in his shop or the cosmos put you together and now you're walking around, right? Made out of cosmic dust. Either way, that tells me you have a story to tell and I'm interested in hearing it. I will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Come on through. Have a nice day, Iggy. I'm glad you came through. And I think that's for all of us. He wants us all to have a nice day. That's mad love. We got mad love for all of you. Tomorrow, 7 a.m. Tomorrow afternoon, 6 p.m. Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Saturday evening, 6 p.m. On into the future, ad infinitus for the next 1,000 days. I guess it's a little less than 1,000 days now. This is day 35, so it's day 9. We've got 55 of these more. We're putting them away. And like I say, we got a big old box of mistakes. Every time we're in here, we make a mistake or 3 or 5. Eventually, that big giant box of mistakes is going to be empty. And then we can put our screenplays in it, our pictures in it, some extra guitar strings in it. We're going to be balling on 2 levels. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m.